Hey, I hope you all are well. I am just hopping on to share an experience feeling of me feeling stressed or overwhelmed for a moment and what happened in that journey, because I think it's important to be able to share those things authentically and walk through how I process those things. So I was having a meeting. I am in a voice training program, and I was having a meeting with my teacher and my fellow students around the next section of our curriculum and the work involved for that. And so as I was coming into that meeting, it was scheduled at a time where I would have preferred it to be a week or two later, given going back to school and all of the planning that goes into that and the time that goes into that, and just to give a little bit of a space. But that wasn't a possibility with everyone else's schedule, so I made a compromise, knowing that it would be a little bit intense for me, but I could do it. And so we had this meeting, and we found out some of our assignments that we had to do, right? And going through all of the resources and that she's giving us, our teacher's giving us to support this assignment and the assignment itself, I could feel myself starting to in my body, just a feeling of overwhelm. And so noticing, my breathing changing, noticing my thoughts thinking like, can I do this? Or this is a lot, or this is a lot of information, and just feeling a bit bombarded with information, even if it's good stuff, right? Even if it's things that I'm excited about, I want to do. In that moment of how I received that download, I started feeling like a lot. And I came out of that meeting feeling a little bit unsure of how I was feeling, but I knew that it wasn't a good feeling. It was, well, I shouldn't say good or bad, but it was a feeling of like, oh, this is information here that I probably need to process, that feels uncomfortable right now. And so I then went upstairs, and my husband was preparing lunch for the kids as we homeschool. And as I just leaned my head on him, it's like, I need a little comfort right now. I don't know what specifically, but I did that, and I made a face, probably like this, and he said, "What's wrong?" And in that moment, I could feel tears starting to well up, because there was something that my body was telling me that that I wasn't at a place to share with him yet or process. And so I asked a different question to avoid it. But still having it in the background of my mind of like, I need some space to process, figure out what's going on with me, right? My son then came to ask me a question with his homework. I sat down to help him, but I could feel myself getting irritable, and it had nothing to do with him, but it was how I was feeling in the inside. And I said, you know what, I need a break. I have other work to do. I did a little bit, but then I chose like, no, I'm choosing to take the time to process what's going on. And so I went for my walk as usual, and just was talking things out, talking to God, and just the walking in itself to start with, before I even started talking, but just being able to walk was able to ease me a little bit. And it was just a reminder that exercise is a great way to process maybe those stress hormones that are going through, or any type of exercise. And it just was a way that actually started to calm my nervous system a bit, to the point where, okay, let me start to think a little bit logically here. Yes, in this moment, it felt overwhelming of all the things that I do, and can I do it? Is it the right season for me? All the thoughts that come, right? But slowing it down and thinking about the other commitments that I have. I'm going to be running a program soon. I'm developing a Christian theater company, like lots of projects that are happening. And you know, I can't do them all at the same time or everything at once. And so just taking time to surrender to that and say, you know, what's my priority, and what letting go of, what is, maybe I need to wait till next year. And it's not to feel defeated. I don't need to feel defeated about that, right? Things can wait in their perfect timing, and not everything needs to be done all at once, and that is not a failure if you choose to pause something. So those were, you know, some of the reminders. And so I guess if I needed to put into like 3 or 4 things that I wanted to share out of that wisdom, is not to ignore your body signals. When you notice that you're feeling in the inside, maybe feeling of overwhelm, feeling of I'm shutting down, I don't want to do this anymore, or whatever those thoughts or feelings in the body, to take note of that and not ignore it, not to sidetrack it, not to push it to the side, because there's information there, body intelligence there, that can help you move forward and process things through in a healthy way. So take time to do that, and you can do that by journaling. You can do that by going through for a walk or talking it out with a good friend. You know, there's lots of options, but don't ignore those signals is one thing, because they're worth taking the time to process, because they don't go away. You might be pushing them to the background of the mind, to the background of the body, but they're still there. And if it comes to a big point in your life where there's too much stressors, they'll pop right back up. So process them when you can, the same day or within the same week. Like, make an intention to do that is like a huge thing. The other thing I would say is take it all to prayer, right? Cast your cares onto God, ask for wisdom. He'll guide you. God will guide you. Holy Spirit would guide you, and it's the best advice and wisdom that you could ever get if you can surrender, be like, you know what? I don't need to figure it all out, or I can ask for help, right? So use your resources and put God first in that. And lastly, the reminder of you don't have to do everything all at once, right? You might have some really amazing ideas, or God maybe has given you a vision for things, but the timing of it, seek the timing of it. And if you have to say no to things for a season, doesn't mean it's gone for life. And so just know that your value doesn't change because you can't or need to say no to something for a season, and that sometimes waiting is a real good thing, because it will come out in its perfect season, better than you expected, possibly, right? So that's my 2 cents for today, and sharing, a real day in Amanda and the stressors that come up and how I walk through them. And I'm feeling a lot better now, just taking that time to walk, to talk to God, to let things go, and to know that my value isn't based on them. All right, bye for now.